I didn't want to be a rock star. I didn't want to be a movie star. I want to be a health-based culinary expert, a cook star, and so can you. Hi, I'm Remmi of Cook Time with Remmi, and welcome to Chef Club Box Fresh. Today, we're gonna make Honduran beef baleadas with sour cream and a cool cucumber salad. So let's look at our ingredients. We first have our flour tortillas, of course our eggs before they're hard-boiled, our peppers, our jalapeno and poblano, then our cucumber and our onion, and then of course we have our tomatoes and our pinto beans, and inside our handy dandy little spice bag we have cumin, oregano, vinegars, everything you need. Okay. And our sirloin. It's very important to prepare all of your ingredients before you start cooking. So on the back of your recipe card has all the ingredients and the instructions on how to prepare them. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. You do it too, and we'll be right back. So for our first step, we're gonna actually head over to the stove. So for step one, we're actually going to add some oil to our medium-high pan here. Give it a little bit of a drizzle. And then we're actually going to get our sirloin, which is already cut in strips. I'm gonna go ahead and saute this. And that is the sound that you want to hear, and that's when you know you have a really good hot pan. And it sort of lets those spread out a little bit, nice even there. So we'll go ahead and add our onion, our garlic, our poblano peppers, and then you gotta be very careful with the next one to have some jalapenos. And then of course, salt and pepper. So what you're really looking for here is just to brown the beef, and then you also want your vegetables to be nice and tender. So we're just gonna maybe let this sit a little bit, a nice good mixture. That'll take only like a minute or two so the meat is fully browned and the vegetables are nice and tender. Step two, we're gonna go ahead and add some vegetable stock, diced tomatoes, and cumin and oregano, which really gives a nice flavor to it. Very complimentary. And then I'm actually going to add some salt and some pepper, and I'm actually going to give this a good stir through. Make sure the spices really get incorporated in there so you can really give it some flavor. Ah, it smells so good. And the wonderful thing I love about this dish is that it's very colorful. As you can already see, the peppers are really pop against the tomatoes. And so, actually, to help thicken this a little bit, we're going to get some cornstarch here, and then you're just going to add some water. And I'm going to stir this little guy together. You know, I think cornstarch is so weird but cool, because once you sort of add it in, it feels a little more liquidy, but you sort of got to dig in the bottom and make sure it's mixed well so you can get a good thickening agent. And then we're going to go ahead and add that in there. And then what you want to do is you're going to bring this to a boil, so keep it at high heat. Ah, it smells so good. And we're going to wait for that to boil just a little bit. But fun fact, Honduras is actually the second largest city in Central America, and also they're really known for their exports. They have a lot of tropical fruits, minerals, and coffee, which if you're a coffee fan, maybe you like it. So this is just about getting to, so you can see the bubbles, so it's a little bit smaller boil here. I'm just going to let it sit for a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and cover it. And then turn it on low and get it simmering for about 15 minutes. Step three. So step three is super easy. You're just boiling your egg. So all you have to do is put cold water, put your eggs in the water, bring it up to a boil, cover the pan, then turn off the heat and let it sit for about 7 minutes, and then you have a nice hard-boiled egg like this. And then I like to use my handy-dandy egg slicer and get it these pretty thin slices here. So that step three is already done, thankfully. Now, step four, we're going to make our salad. So for the salad, what we actually have is we have some water and vinegar. I already combined it together. And you're just going to put it in the bowl here. And then we're going to add some sugar. And so what you want to do is you want to mix that together, make sure it gets well incorporated. Good stirs. Oh, we may make a mess like I do. And so while it's for the most part mixed together pretty well, we're actually going to add our ingredients. So we have some cucumber already cut up, and I'm just going to go ahead and finish this off. I like to use the peel on this because it gives a really nice texture and color. And remember, whenever you're cutting, always to have your fingers curved so that way you don't cut off anything else, because that just isn't fun. And always look at it whenever you're cutting. So that's just about enough good. I love small cucumbers. That's about enough. So we're going to go ahead and put that into our dressing. And then we're going to add our onions. And so what I love about this, it's a very refreshing salad. It's super easy to make, as you can tell. I mean, the hardest part might just be doing the onions because they can make you grind, which isn't fun. But we're going to go ahead and just mix this together. And the great thing about this salad is you sort of want to let it sit in the dressing, because the dressing adds a nice sweetness to all the vegetables in here, and it really complements it well. So once you get a good mix in, we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of salt, and a little bit of pepper. And give another just mix through to make sure that's seasoned well. And our salad is done. Step 5. Now we're going to plate. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off and take my lid off. And we're going to bring this guy over here. Be very careful because it is hot and it has a very precious cargo. I'm actually more worried about the cargo than I am about getting hurt. But don't do that in the kitchen. That's not safe. And so I've actually already warmed my tortillas here, so they're nice and they're like a blanket, but food blanket. So I got a nice small tortilla here, good normal size. We're gonna go ahead and get some meat here. You might want to use a slotted spoon, so it might be a little bit juicy, so you can still keep it cooking, or you can just use a slotted spoon. I'm going to just get a nice little. It smells so good. And then we're going to go ahead and add some beans for this. I'm going to get a nice little spoonful. And then I'm going to go ahead and get my eggs. So you have to be very delicate with these, because sometimes the yolk just likes to pop out and say, see ya. But we're going to make it look pretty. Do that side of the egg. And we're going to go ahead. I'm being a little picky here. And then we're going to go ahead and you fold it over like that, and then that's how you're going to eat it. But before you do so, I'm actually going to get some of my sour cream here. We're going to garnish just a little bit of parsley, gives it some nice green, keeps it fresh. And so to make it a complete meal, we're going to just add a little bit of my salad here, so I don't know how I'm going to manage. Look at that. So I'm going to get just a couple, nuts. It's okay. We're going to get this. That's why we do hands. And there is your meal. Cool. Time for the taste test. So I'm actually going to use my fork here and get my salad first, because salad is delicious, and this salad is especially amazing. As always, it tastes so amazing, and it's really fresh. And it's going to be a huge compliment to my Baleadas, which I will dig into now. Beware, this may get messy. We'll find out. That is just perfect. Especially when you really warm up the tortilla. It really complements the warmth within. The spices of Baleadas are so amazing. And you get a little bit of heat from the peppers, but it's just enough to add a really good kick, and the eggs are just a nice little softer texture to it. So I hope you enjoy this, because it was amazing and I loved it. I'll see you next time.
Okay, and we're good to go?